In this video, I'm going to walk you through a Google Search Console tutorial in which I show you how to identify where you have your lowest hanging fruit pages and keywords on your site with the greatest opportunity to gain more organic traffic from Google fast. So let's get into it. So here we are, we're in Google Search Console. This is a site of mine. So one way that we can really easily see, where we have the greatest opportunity to get a lot more traffic fast is to first start by looking at the queries here in Search Console. As well, we want to make sure we have impressions selected, position selected, and I also like to look at the click-through rate. Probably the only one that's not useful for me right now is the clicks. So with that, I'm going to make sure and sort my queries by impressions. And then after that, I as well want to begin to identify here which keywords I am ranking in what I call a sweet spot. So the sweet spot, where you have the lowest hanging fruit, is really anything that you're not ranking for, perhaps in the top 3. All the way into the teens, mid-teens, maybe up until 20, I would say. And the reason for this is that, with some small optimizations and some small changes, you can, without a doubt, get a lot more traffic fast. So on the second page, you're going from having 0 traffic, right, to the first page and having a lot more. So for some perspective on that, I saw a couple good ones here. Once we have, let's sort by impressions again. And then down here, as an example, spot 9.5 for this term, best lacrosse heads, I'm getting 51%, 0.51% of the total clicks, so 1 click in the last 28 days. Spot 9, almost on, the second page. So with that, you can assume that with some small optimizations on the page focused around this keyword, that I can find myself in a lot more traffic very fast. So you can do whatever you would like with this data. A really good way of looking at it is to download it, go ahead and get it into like a Google spreadsheet, and sort it the same way. So if we're taking a look here at the queries, I have that same data. We can go ahead and filter and sort here by impressions again, and then you can even extract all the rankings that you don't want to see. So like I mentioned, you can focus only on those sweet spot positions to get yourself a really clean looking set of data. So the next way we can then look at this too is by pages to see the entire opportunity for one single page. So with that, we would then want to go from queries to pages. You can make sure you have all the other things selected as well. Then we're going to sort by impressions here once again. And again, we're going to be looking for that same sort of data. So 6.3, here again, there's some opportunity. A maxed out click-through rate is probably going to be about 30-some%, 25 to maybe 35%. Is where you should feel really confident about a page having all of its CTR maxed out. With pages, that's going to be difficult because they're being indexed and ranking for new terms all the time, especially if you are making updates to them. But very similarly as to the last process, you can go ahead and download this data and get it into a spreadsheet, and look very clearly by impressions, which ones you want to start looking for. So with that in mind, I would probably do my best to begin to optimize this page first and foremost, and then work my way down. This one's in a sweet spot, lots of impressions. It's not sorted by impressions, but still a healthy amount. And as well, the position, right there in the teens to where it would be something that I would want to focus on and look to make some changes with. So hopefully y'all had got a pretty good idea there as to how you can retrieve some of your lowest hanging fruit, so to speak, on your site for pages, and as well queries that you have opportunities to get a lot more organic traffic from. In future videos, I'm going to go ahead and show y'all steps to actually go ahead and optimize those pages once you identified, what terms they have the greatest opportunity for, and as well the fact that they are sitting in one of those very right positions. So thanks a lot for hanging out, y'all. This is Corey Ames with OpenBookSEO.com. Did you find any pages that you think you have some opportunity for, or did you get caught up on any of the steps? Feel free to let me know in the comments below, and go ahead and hit subscribe to see future videos. Thanks, y'all.